Hello, hello, my beautiful friends. Long time no see. It's Elizabeth Angeline, your Heaven the Spa on the Rock skincare therapist. Woo! Welcome to the new series while I get all settled here. What can I do about my? So you guys, let me know when you come in with me live. I'll give you a moment to have some tea, of course. It is Thursday evening, so not a typical evening that we go live. We will be bringing back Facial Fridays. We're going to be, pardon me. Good thing I'm not wearing jammies or undies. We are going to be bringing back Facial Fridays starting next Friday. So the plan here is we are going to talk about something to be done about my face. Hello, Sandra. Welcome. Long time no see. Thank you for joining. So the what can be done about my series is and to talk about educationally different levels of products, prevention, treatments that we can do about certain topics every other Thursday. And then alternately, we're going to be going on Facial Fridays doing the treatments with the skincare that we discuss today. So next Friday, we will be offering a Facial Friday with the products that we're going to be discussing today. So today's topic is what can be done about my red capillaries around my nose and my upper cheeks. So a super common situation doesn't necessarily have to be our typical rosacea. Could certainly be our normal skin type client. The condition that we're tending to is fine broken capillaries that are visible around the face. So upper cheek area there, little very common in there, underneath. Sometimes you can even see them like up into the nose area. So that's what we're talking about today. If you have a topic that you would like to address, please drop it down below. And do let me know if you've tuned into the replay, if you have any questions. And of course, if you're watching live, if you have any questions, it would be lovely to have the engagement so the video gets spread. If you guys are engaged and making comments and dropping some hearts for me down below, then it increases the engagement and the algorithm for our videos. So remember, of course, if you share this video or tag a friend in this video, you will be entered to win a prize. The prize is going to be a sample pouch valued at $25 of the products that we discussed today, and then you can use that for next Facial Friday's facial. So again, please share the video and write shared in the comments down below so I can enter you into that prize. We'll be drawing that prize on the 20th. What did we say? October 20th. It's Tuesday, so you'll have plenty of time to pick up your prize before the Facial Friday on Friday, which I believe would be the 24th, but I don't know for sure. So let's get right in. We're going to talk about why this happens. And please, again, if you're watching the replay and you have some specific concerns, what can be done about my, drop them down below and we will feature them. Next, 2 weeks from now, Thursday, the next topic in this series is going to be sun damage. The topic after that is going to be milia and skin tags. So keep watching because these guys are gonna get juicy. So why does the broken capillary show up around your nose area? What is happening there? So it's mostly hereditary and is definitely more prone in lighter skin types than others and definitely more prone in sensitive skin types, which are prone to irritations or prone to longer marking. You'll see it a lot in what we refer to as a thinner skin type. So certainly oilier skin types can have that, but that finer, more fragile skin type is a general blanket because what's happening is that you have a weak collagen composition, let's go with. In general, your skin density is a little thinner because you have a weak collagen composition. Your blood vessels are made up of the same collagen that our entire body is made up of. So when you have a weaker collagen composition, the blood vessels in that area are very exposed in that thin zone. And sometimes what goes on there is that can be an area of congestion or like nose blowing. And so you can actually see, I have seen in my history, somebody blowing their nose causing a broken blood vessel. Absolutely. Or extractions. I'm going to get into kind of what to avoid and how to prevent in just a few moments, but we're talking about why that goes on right now. Why is a red blood vessel there on my face? So your blood vessels, tiny, even little tiny capillaries, all have these little valves within them. The valves are encouraging the blood to flow in a certain direction. When you have rosacea or visible redness or capillaries, which can be called telangiectasia, just I like to throw some big words at you, the blood vessels are not functioning properly. the valves are not functioning properly. So it allows for more blood to pool in the area, expanding the capillary, becoming more visible. So normally your little tiny blood vessel capillaries are so fine, they're little hair-like structures, and you don't see the blood in them. So only when the function is breaking down and it starts to swell, then you start to see visible blood there. Okay, so that's what's happening with a visible capillary. So to prevent that from happening, we can only imagine that encouraging healthy collagen production within the tissue can definitely help. So a couple of things that we'll suggest for collagen enhancing or collagen breakdown prevention would definitely be your SPF. So your SPF 30 or higher every single day. My suggestion is the Jane Iredale, or forgive me, but a powder product so it lasts longer. And a really wonderful thing, as you know, we have new packaging now, but a powder product will also help camouflage any of that visible redness that you currently have. So I think that is a pretty cool trick. To prevent, we also want to avoid some of the things I mentioned already. So squeezing the area, hello Jane, sucking the area. So if you have a microdermabrasion or a hydrofacial with a suction involved, you would want to request your technician to just avoid the capillary area around where it had already been damaged. But those kind of treatments can really enhance the collagen production. So I wouldn't necessarily completely avoid having a hydrofacial, but as a skin therapist, we can reduce the suction in that area. So we're just getting the skin cleansing and not a lot of the stimulation of the blood vessels. To prevent more collagen breakdown, we could also be using collagen enhancing products such as peptides. Marine collagen serum is one of the ones I have pulled out for us to show today. So the marine collagen peptide would give us a strengthening of the existing collagen that we have. So we're reducing the breakdown and therefore the visibility of further redness. Now, some of us are just more prone to that in general. So those are type of products that we could use to prevent our skin from getting more visible redness. Things that you would want to avoid sometimes could be things that exasperate the redness. So if you have a more flushing in the cheek area and you get it exasperated when you have red wine, or it gets red, really, really red when you have tomatoes, or perhaps it's red, sorry, I said red, but spicy foods. So you might want to minimize to avoid that type of thing. And one of the other sneaky things is a lot of people with visible redness feel as though they should avoid harsh treatments such as glycolic acid or stimulants like Eminence uses. And this, in my opinion, is not necessarily true. Everyone is a little different, so let's go with not necessarily true. But I'll tell you why I would use a glycolic acid, because I actually do have some tendency for redness around my nose. It can also be quite bad if you're have a lot of allergies, because you're always tending to that area when you have a runny nose. Anyways, I digress. So, sorry. Some of the things that you could do instead of avoiding our glycolics and, stimulants, because a stimulant, when it touches your face, so this would be our paprika, our 8 greens, our Arctic Berry Illumination System, Hungarian mud, so lime stimulating mask, these products have a stimulating ingredient in them which encourages an incredible amount of blood flow to the face. So usually when we use them, our face gets bright red. So somebody with broken capillaries might think, oh, perhaps I would avoid something like that, when in fact, again, if you think back to what's happening in the blood vessel, the tiny one is you've got a pooling of blood there. And so what we want to do is make sure that pooling of blood doesn't have any bacteria in it, which can turn from a coagulated blood cell into bacteria, and then we have a blemish in that area, which is sometimes referred to as a rosacea pustule if it's more across the cheek area. So what we can do with the stimulants is so exciting, is that little pooled area, the blood rushes in because the paprika is on your face, and it forces out any blood that's sitting in that area. I mean, it has nowhere to go but out of that zone. So it's not going to repair the blood vessel, but it certainly is going to give it a workout. And anytime we give that little tiny collagen structure a workout, we're strengthening the cell walls, the blood vessel walls, to prevent further breakdown. So I actually heavily encourage easing yourself into a stimulant that you're comfortable with, as well as the use of acids. So the use of acids can increase your dermal junction, creating a thicker barrier between your blood vessels and the visibility of the surface. It can also create a more juicy environment, if you will, for your collagen. So let's just say you have a thin epithelial wall and your collagen is beneath and your blood vessels are there and everybody's exposed. So when you use acids on a regular basis, you're increasing the density of your dermis layer, which is kind of the mattress that protects all of that stuff. And so you can naturally see with that education how that would be a better environment for preventing it from breaking down. So here you are increasing the density of your dermal layers whilst using sun protection, so then that whole capillary network is more protected by the surrounding tissues. Does that make sense to you guys? Are you following along? I feel like you're watching, and I say cheers to you for being here. So remember, those of you who just jumped on, please tag a friend or share the video for your chance to win a facial pouch. On Tuesday, we'll draw the name, we'll announce it here in Facebook, and I'll also give a little tag on our social Instagram so you have a chance to use some of the products that we're mentioning today. So what are some treatments if you already have broken blood vessels in your face? So the ones that I mentioned, your consistent facials using our stimulating ingredients, you can have home care with these things as well. And we want to also, with our series that we're talking about today, I want to give you different levels of treatments because you might have a preventative concern, you might have a get this off my face concern, and then you also want to have a preventative maintenance program because we know that we're hereditarily prone to this type of situation. So you could look at your mom or dad and say, oh, they've got quite a few blood vessels around their nose area. Let's definitely do our best to avoid that. Or I can already see some starting, so let's make sure that we're working against that progressing. And then there's the level of, oh my gosh, I definitely have those on my face. How can I get rid of them and then prevent them from coming back in the future? So those are the kind of levels we're going to talk about with the treatments. So I'm going to start with your home care. Now that we know we want to avoid certain things, you do want to have certain things and why that condition comes up. So again, when you have an irritated skin or a sensitive skin, we do tend to use more hydrating ingredients and more gentle ingredients. So I have pulled out for you to review the Calm Skin line. And I know that the light is bright, but it has to highlight my face, so that's where it is. The Calm Skin Serum is one of my favorite things to encourage for any visible redness at all. So in our Eminence line, we have the Booster Serums. And how can I get you guys to see that? There it is, Calm Skin Booster Serum. So the booster serums can be added into your favorite moisturizer as a booster, or it can be added to your clean naked skin as a serum. So the Calm Skin line is specifically for strengthening capillaries to prevent breakdown, as well as restricting the blood vessel wall so that less blood is pooling there, and then therefore less visible redness. So the entire Calm Skin line, those are the main focuses. Prevention of capillary breakdown and reduction of cell size, so we're reducing the visible redness, which is just awesome. I mean, any skin type can benefit from Calm Skin Serum, but I've pulled out all of them just to show us. A basic regime that we would use would be your Calm Skin Cleanser. It's a beautiful, rich cleanser. And I guess I should talk a bit about what the ingredients are, because then if you have a different skincare line, you can perhaps seek those out in there as well. So we have calendula, chamomile, and arnica. So you guys know when you have an injury and you're like using arnica to help reduce the inflammation there, it's the exact same thing. That inflammation we are requesting to be constricted and reduced. So the arnica is used to go into the blood vessel, restrict the visibility, therefore the redness becomes less. It's actually very visible and really neat to watch. So we're also using it in prevention to break down. So chamomile, calendula, very soothing, very calming, and then our arnica in there as well. So with the Calm Skin Serum, or line rather, we have the cleanser, the mask, the serum, and the moisturizer. Doesn't necessarily mean that that entire line is for you. It's a very rich line. If you have again, a more irritated skin, it's beautiful, but it can be a little bit rich if you have more of a normal or even an oily skin type. So the booster serum is a serum position that you won't really notice. So you can use an oil on top of that. I would suggest using the marine peptide collagen serum as well, so that you can get some of that collagen restructuring and that depth of dermal layering so that you're reducing the exposure and the impact. So those are my products that I would say would be an absolute wonderful addition to prevent and reduce the visibility of your blood vessels around your nose. So if you have visible blood vessels around your nose, how can you get rid of them? Well, for me, what we offer at the Heaven Spa is the laser. The laser absolutely eradicates any and all visible discolorations in the skin. So we most commonly use it for sun damage, which we'll talk about next week. But if you, it's so cool. If you have a tiny line, a blood vessel line, literally you can trace it with the laser and it cauterizes the blood vessel and it completely disappears. So it can be anywhere on your face, anywhere at all. Sometimes if you get whacked or you have an old acne scar or something like that, you can create a blood vessel there. The laser eliminates it. If you have, like I said, it really is a blood vessel you can see the line of, like it looks like someone has drawn a line on your face with a red pen, eradicates it. So also when you have that sort of thing going on, the blood vessels, any kind of redness in the skin, you can also sometimes manifest like a circle. So a red circle on the skin, a very small one, looks like a red mole. It's called a cherry hemangioma. The laser will eradicate that as well. So it's the very same premise. We're just cauterizing visible blood through the surface of the skin with the laser's light energy. So hi Lydia, welcome. Our laser is the Candela G Max Pro. So Lydia, drop a heart down below. Let me know you're watching with me live. Please engage, engage, engage. But any blood vessels or any red indications on the skin, the Candela G Max Pro will absolutely destroy it. The laser is very special. It's a true laser as opposed to an IPL or a BBL. And if you're interested in that information, we can talk more about that. But we also have this very unique way of isolating the capillary with a very, very tiny 1.5 millimeter, thank you Sandra, handpiece, and it just traces it and completely eliminates it. So at Heaven Spa, we offer that service for $125 per 30 minutes. So when you come in and you think, oh, I have like a little red there and I have a little red there, $125, and you can zap off whatever you can find, basically. The pain-wise and the downtime really depend on the severity of the condition. If you have an entire area or nostril or nose zone that needs to be lasered, it can be a little bit swollen afterwards, and the blood vessels have to eliminate the blood. It cauterizes the blood vessel and it has to kind of go somewhere. So it can look, if it's a larger condition, it can look a little bit like a bruise until the body will naturally come along and eliminate those new destroyed cells. So in our bodies, we have cells, macrophages, that come along and they find old skin cells, they find waste, they find bacteria, they just destroy that. So it just takes a couple of days for those cells to come along and digest that destroyed cell that we've done with the laser. So then you would obviously try and prevent any other capillary breakdown with a marine peptide collagen serum. Arctic berry is a beautiful peptide collagen stimulating serum, or cream rather, and then the Calm Skin Serum Booster would help to minimize the effects of any further breakdown. So you guys, that is my topic for today. Do you have any other questions about any redness or irritations in the skin, or any future topics that you would like me to talk about for What Can I Do About My? If you do, please drop them in the comments down below. These videos are meant to be a little bit quicker so you can digest what's going on in them. I will come back, obviously, to see who's shared the video. So again, please type shared or tag your friends in this video down below. And for anyone new who's watching, I am Elizabeth from Heaven the Spa on the Rock. We are a West Coast lifestyle spa offering you results that you can rely on so you can go about your day with a beautiful, confident face. Skin, beautiful, confident you. You know what I'm saying. So we are here for you for any of these things, and this new video series will be airing 6 p.m. every other Thursday. So do pop in if you want to buy a Facial Friday sample pouch. They will be here on Tuesday, so you can pop in anytime before Friday. If you'd like to make an appointment and come in, you can grab one, or you can just come in anytime between 9 and 2:30 would be ideal, because we have our beautiful spa receptionist Gabby here, and those are $25. So on Facial Fridays, it is a 12 or 13 step pouch of all of the skincare that we've talked about today, including some additional steps because we only talked about 5. So you can join along with next Friday. We'll be doing the Calm Skin Facial Regime. So if you have visible redness, if you'd like to prevent any visible redness, then pop on in, grab yourself a Facial Friday sample pouch, and join us on Friday next week for the live Facial Friday. Also, Any products that you are interested in after you've tried them or beforehand are going to be featured at 10% off for the videos today. So you can just mention that you saw XYZ product that you're interested in, and you'll be given 10% off for being a loyal viewer of our What Can I Do About My Facial Friday? Or sorry, What Can I Do About My Video Series and Facial Friday. I adore you guys. I've missed you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Show me some love, drop me some hearts down below, and let me know if you love this new video series. Also, if you have any questions about the topic we've talked about today or any new topics, drop them in there and we can definitely feature them as we go. So it's checkout time. Do you guys have any questions before we go? I'm here for you. Ooh, look at my plug. Yay. Thank you for your time this evening, and I will look forward to seeing you next Friday. And for any of you who share the video, I shall be contacting you on Tuesday. Have a fantastic evening. Thank you for your time, and I'll look forward to Facial Friday with you next week. Bye.